What's going on, everybody? Brad here, back for another Let's Talk Jurassic. It is Wednesday night again, which means we're going to be talking Jurassic. We'll talk whatever we can, whatever's been happening. Has there been anything happening at all? Feels very minimal, but we'll talk about whatever we can. And if you have any ideas, throw them out there. We'll definitely talk about any and all Jurassic news for sure. But I'm Brad Jost. We're going to talk about the only thing I have really on the schedule is the great movie Escape from Universal Orlando. I wanted to talk about that. Was there anything else? I don't remember. We'll figure it out along the way. Anyway, first off, I do want to discuss the charity drive that we are doing right now. It's not going for much longer, okay? We are raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and you only have a little bit more time left. That's going to be ending next week. I think it's next Wednesday. Let me double check the date here, but I believe next week is the ending here. To the 14th is the day that I have it ending, which is, yes, next Wednesday. So our stream next week will be the final time that you can donate for the charity drive for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. It's going to be it's going to be fun. I like donating to them. I think we've had a lot of success here on the channel raising money for the Children's Hospital, and I think next week will be fun. So stick around, and we'll definitely do some donation drive pushes next week. And if you have the chance to donate, definitely do so. But if you don't, just share it around. Let people know that you have heard of this charity drive and want to push it out there to let people know that they can donate to some kids that are definitely in need of some money this holiday season. So please do that. It's on the side over here or down below, wherever you're watching. And it should be on like every video that we post, hopefully. Sometimes it doesn't make it super easy because you have to like individually put them on and go into the settings and save everything. So it's kind of a pain, but we're able to do it and put them on every video. But what else we got going on? Has there been anything else on the podcast side of things? Let's see. Check out the website. It's loading. Come on, iPad. You got it. All right, so if you have not checked it out yet, we have our most recent episode is out there. It's been out there since last week, but that is Dinosaur, the music of the Jurassic franchise. I'm pouring my drink right here because I am thirsty, so bear with me. That is an episode that I did with Caleb Burnett, and we talked all about the middle portion of Jurassic World Dominion's score, which I think is a really interesting portion of the album. We had some critiques. We had some really interesting Easter eggs and things that we were able to point out in this episode. So I think it was a good one. So definitely go check it out. I really love the Dinosaur episodes. I think they're a lot of fun, and we always get good feedback on those ones. So definitely check that one out. You can find it over on JurassicParkPodcast.com. What else we got? That's it. That's all we got. We're going to talk about canonicity. We'll talk about canonicity, I guess, if you want to. I was talking about that recently. So we recorded last night an episode of the Jurassic Mailbag. Finally getting back to the mailbag. It's been a while. Since August specifically, but it's good to get back and kind of talk about things. And somebody had actually written in and said, like, I appreciate you so much for clearing things up as far as canon is concerned, and what isn't canon, and now I can just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy everything. And I was like, wow, I feel kind of the exact opposite. I'm glad that this person was informed, but I'm still questioning everything, every day. I'm like, what is, what isn't? And also, it's very not, it's like, I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it's like, it's just an annoyance having to deal with Jurassic canon. So, at this point, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So that's where I stand right now. Hopefully, some of you are kind of in that same train and don't necessarily care. But yeah. Oh, you know what? there's some other stuff going on here in the chat, so let's say hi before we get too deep into conversation. But we got Steven here. What's up, Steven? How you doing? We've got Jurassic Souls here. What's going on, Jurassic Souls? Good to see you again. We got Nikolai here. Evening. Good evening. We've got Steve here. What's up, Steve? How you doing? You're here early tonight. And you said I'm gonna match donations up to $250 tonight. So get donating. Yes, get donating, people. Start donating. It's tough. I know it's the end of the year and the holiday season, so it makes it kind of tough. But think of the kids. Think of the kids. And Jurassic Souls says new Chaos Theory trademark. Some new minis, the Jurassic World Evolution 2 DLC, and the Escape Room. Yeah, I did have some of those that I was like, should I bring up some of those things? The DLC I have not had a chance to play, and I don't know when I will. I don't know when I will. We do have a video up on our channel now. Tom Jurassic was sent a nice care package from Frontier, so you can definitely check out that video. You had also said the new Chaos Theory trademark. I think that Chaos Theory trademark was actually, I think we discussed that maybe a long time ago. I'm trying to remember because I think I'm trying to look it up here. I don't know. But I believe somebody had pointed out a trademark recently, and I thought it was a duplicate, like the one that was pointed out just the other day, the Chaos Theory one. I'll try to see if I can find it in the meantime here, but see if it was something different. But I didn't plan on bringing that one up, but if it's different than what we talked about recently, then I'm all for it. I'm trying to see right here while I'm wasting time. Yes, yeah, okay, so this was, I just wanted to point it out, Muzzamill had mentioned Chaos Theory 1 back at the end of November, 11/24, so the 24th of November, the Chaos Theory 1 was brought up. I'd have the picture of it right here. Muzzamill tweeted it back then. Come on, there you go. So that's why I didn't feel like bringing that one up necessarily, because it's kind of old news. I know it was rediscovered, but yeah, shout out to Muzzamill for bringing that one to the forefront a little while back. I know 11/24 was only like 2 weeks ago, but it feels like ages. It feels like it's been ages. Yeah, Jurassic Fortnite when though? Yeah, that's a funny thing, because I was actually watching the video the other day. I was watching a clip that I had posted. Ooh, Jurassic Park is trending right now. I don't know. Do I want to know why? I don't really see anything. What was I gonna look up? Oh, I was gonna look up my tweet. Yeah, speaking of Jurassic and Fortnite, I had posted a picture. This picture here. Just ignore the, let's see, what does it say? Jurassic collectible statues. Let's get rid of that. Talking Jurassic. I had pointed this out the other day from the Fortnite event, the Fractured event. I was there. I was, playing around and messing around in there. And as the video started playing, like I think it was at the very end of the event, a few dinosaurs flew by. And I was like, whoa, did I just see dinosaurs? And you can most definitely see that there's 3 dinosaurs right there. T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Triceratops. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what it means for this game. The game does goofy stuff all the time. And there has been like little dinosaur things here and there before, so I don't really know what this means. It doesn't necessarily look like Jurassic dinosaurs all that much. I mean, they look close. They look like they could be close, But I don't know. That would be interesting if there was a collaboration, hopefully. Maybe it's like they just threw some random dinosaurs in there, not necessarily thinking that people would care if they're Jurassic or not. And maybe it is Jurassic related, but that would be awesome because, as Jurassic Souls pointed out, they have motorcycles now. So that would be perfect for Owen. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome if you could get if they had the flying in thing, if you flew in on a motorcycle as Owen or flew in on a Pteranodon or something. And that would be pretty awesome. And yeah, that would be sweet if you could be Owen. But what I was saying before was I kind of sidetracked. I was laughing the other day about a video. I think Jurassic Souls had been the one that pointed out or say it, that Alan Grant in Fortnite when or something. And I was cracking up because back then I was just like, that is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Now I'm like, when is it happening? That would be amazing if that was something that happened. So yeah, that's gonna be on my mind here for the next chapter, season, whatever you want to say. I don't know, but it could be maybe on the horizon. Maybe there will be dinosaurs. I will say it feels like if anybody is playing Fortnite, it does feel like this season is lacking in their battle pass and things like that. So maybe throughout the season, if they throw in some big hitters like a Jurassic or Universal stuff, there's no Fast and Furious in there, I don't think either. So have a Universal collaboration, get some Jurassic in there, get some Fast and Furious or E.T. Imagine playing as E.T. or something that'd be pretty hilarious. But it would be cool to see. Oh yeah, there's monsters, obviously, the Universal monsters, because I have Frankenstein's monster, but where's the big Universal IP? Because they did Star Wars so much and they've done Marvel a ton. Where's the big IP from Universal outside of some monsters that their monsters look good, don't get me wrong, but they are kind of generic looking in their styling. So I would definitely love to see a bigger collaboration and more stuff from Universal because, I don't know. I don't understand why there's nothing from Jurassic or Fast and Furious. Their two biggest things. It's pretty wild, but that would be pretty sweet if this, came true. I'm looking right there. That's a llama. That was not a dinosaur. But it's possible. It's possible. Let's see. What else can we talk about here? Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of rumors and things going around recently. And for the most part, when it comes to toy rumors and stuff, I mostly stay away from it and don't really engage in that content or that conversation just because I'm like, yeah, it'll happen when it happens. And same thing with rumors, whether it's the rumored animated TV shows or whatever it may be, it's just when it happens or when it gets announced, then I like to discuss it fully and get really into it. But until then, I'm I don't even know details. But I did see that as well, Jurassic Souls, that there was the rumor of the HC Brachiosaurus. It was $84, I think, something they were saying somewhere around that range. Steep, definitely steep. And definitely desirable. I would definitely want an HC Brachiosaurus, but at the same time, I already have two Brachiosaurs right here, and I've got two. I think I've got two Apatosaurs. I got one there, and I think there's literally still in a box somewhere in this house. Got this thing, whatever this is, the Dreadnoughtus here. It's how many more big dinosaurs can I contain in this household? I don't know. It's going to be tough. I would love to see it, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Oh man, it's just every time new things get released, I get more and more frustrated that we have this distinction between the core line and this HC stuff. And while HC is not necessarily a huge jump bigger, it makes me question things more about do I need to buy these things anymore? Or do I need to get the core line anymore? Do I care about the HC? It's very tough. I'm at this like back and forth moment where I'm not necessarily buying everything of either. So it's tough, but like they are still producing regular core line brachiosaurs. And if they do come out with a Hammond Collection brachiosaur, it's like, will I pay $84? I don't know. I mean, that's steep. That's definitely steep. And the way that they're marketing these, no, they're not even marketing. Let's be honest. They're not really marketing these dinosaurs, the HC or the core stuff, really. I mean, the core stuff does show up in catalogs, and they do make their commercials and things, I guess. But the way that they're branding it and stuff, it's like, yes, it's got these very cool, niche-looking, fun boxes that are, they look more collector-centric and stuff, but they're right there with the main core, toy line. So there is no distinction when you're standing there in the aisle other than, well, that's in a black box and this is kind of in like an open box. There's really no distinction outside of that. I was at a birthday party for a kid recently, one of my son's friends, and he opened up a toy, and inside there was a Hammond Collection, whatever it was. And this kid was, I think, how old was this kid? Who was it? I forget who it was, but he was probably turning like 4 or 5 or something like that, whenever it was. And there was a Hammond Collection figure in there. And I was like, okay. That's the presents for 5-year-olds now, huh? I'm like, see, that's the confusion I think that Mattel is bringing up now with their placement of these products in the aisle, and not distinctly saying that these are collector specific, and not really making them priced in a way that they're necessarily collector specific. It's tough. I don't know. I think when you walk into Target and you see, that there's that collector section back behind the DVDs and the books and stuff. There's always that little tiny collector section, whether it's got NECA stuff or it's got Funko Pops, whatever it might be. They have a collector's area. And then you go over to the main toy aisle and you've just got a plethora of regular toys. And then there are sometimes collector items scattered throughout there, and it makes it kind of confusing. So I don't know. I think maybe they need to brand that a little bit better, and they maybe need to start marketing in a way where they convince me to do this or that, or to stick with this line or buy this thing, instead of just producing stuff and just letting it die on the shelves without any explanation. Let's see here. Agree on a branding change. Look, here's the thing. I don't really want them to change much. I know that after saying everything I just said, it's like, and then I go to say I don't really want them to change much. I think what they have as far as like their boxes for the Hammond Collection, they're brilliant. They look amazing. They are really great boxes. And personally, like, I definitely think there's a distinction, right? Like, I think I know that there's a distinction between Hammond Collection and the core line when I'm looking at a shelf, but not everybody does. And when you just throw them all right there next to each other, I don't know if that means like they need to rebrand the aisle a little bit and put, you know how they have those banners and things, if they need to put like collector's items up on the banner and then something else on the banner, maybe they could do that. Or maybe they could just throw the word on there, like collector or something like that. So, a parent or somebody would pick up a box and be like, oh, I don't know, this is a collector's item. The way they're priced, they're not really pricing themselves out of that market where everybody's just going to pick it up. And we don't want that. Like, we don't really want them to be priced higher. I think we just want them to be a little better at that same price, like the Black Series is. The Black Series looks fantastic for that same price point. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, Steve, I was thinking about you the other day, yesterday, actually, I think, because when I was recording the Jurassic mailbag with Jen, again, I was just blasting ideas into the universe, and I just kept thinking, like, I need to reel it in more. What am I doing? I need to reel it in. I am talking too much about specific ideas that I think are great that I'll never get hired to do anything with.
I really couldn't say.
Me either, Siri. Me either. Azim asks if I started playing Malta. No, I have not. Is it out? Did it come out? Is it out yet? When did it come out? Was that like the other day? But I haven't started playing it. This past week I've been really, really tempted. Doesn't it come out tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. But no, I haven't started playing that, or I haven't really given it too much thought, but every now and then I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll have a spare few minutes in my house here, and I'll be like, ooh, should I dive back into Evolution? And then I think of, no, I'll just play Fortnite again. So it's tough to dive into that for me, but yeah, I try not to think about that stuff anymore because, like, first off, my memory's terrible. So I end up forgetting most of the theories I put out there. A handful of them I do still really love, like the opening for Dominion. Like, if they were to go that route, I think it would have been really awesome to get flashbacks, like deeper flashbacks than we actually got. Because all we did get was just, video flashbacks. They're not really flashbacks, but just videotapes of the past, which were cool. But I do think, like, actual flashbacks with DH characters would have been so killer. I mean, look at the hype that Indiana Jones is bringing to the table now. Obviously, what do you call it? The Mandalorian has really done numbers for, like making people believe that it's possible. You know, they did it back at the end of season 2. They did it, I think, right? Or is it season 2? How many seasons are there? I don't know when they did it. They did it at some point, but I don't know what image they're on or what season they're on. But they did it a few times overall, and it's just gotten better. And then Indiana Jones comes around, and it's like there's zero distinction between reality and something digital. So I really wish that Universal would have invested something into the beginning of Dominion for some flashback sequences, or at least would have the idea to do that for anything, literally anything. That would be great, but it doesn't really seem like they're going to be doing that at all. But yeah, I don't know. I do not have early access to the game. I usually save all of the early access stuff for Tom Jurassic. He's usually the one who handles that for our channel. And then he usually produces the content, whether it's articles or videos. He's usually the one that handles that. But yeah, not me. And I don't even know that he had early access. I think it was he's playing on Xbox or something, and I think I don't think they were giving out keys for that. I know they've been pretty stingy on their keys recently because they've had so many requests and things. But yeah. Yeah. Whatever I was playing just was like real rough. So I don't know. And also what feels daunting is like I also switched systems since then. So I don't know if the saves work across PS4 to PlayStation 5. I don't know. But at this point, I'm like, I don't want to replay. And I'm also kind of lazy to like plug my external hard drive back into my old system and then take a save data off there and then plug it in. It's like a whole thing. And I don't know if I have time to do that. Oh, man. I have heard of this. I don't know anything about it, really. I think I've seen a few clips, but we have not gotten reached out to in regards to that game. If they want to, hey, we're here. We're here if they want to talk about it, or if they want to send over some information for the site or anything like that. But I have no idea. I don't really know much about it or when it's coming. But I've seen like a few clips or things like that. But yeah, let them know. We're here and we'll cover it if they want to. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Especially with fan created stuff. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything. But we try. Let's see. Let's talk about this though real quick because I want to dive into this. Well, we're not going to stay here all night long. And again, if you do want to donate, please do it on the side of the page here. Donate to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. That'll be fun if we can get that number rising throughout the night here. That'll be good. But I want to bring up this here first. Let's talk about an escape room here. It's not just an escape room. It's an escape adventure, apparently. So they finally released some more information about the great movie Escape. And yeah, this looks fantastic. They've got a Back to the Future escape room. They've got a Jurassic World escape room. And look at this. I mean, hey, you already knew this is what it looked like. I told you this months ago. But that looks pretty awesome. Look at how, I mean, just look at this. You got a lab. You've got a control room. Like, how killer is this? So awesome. So amazing. Like, look at how awesome this is. You've got multiple screens here. I'm assuming they're all like touch screens or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's awesome. It is so cool. So much data on these screens, and maybe there's a storm rolling in. Who knows? But yeah, that just looks so good. I want to go over here first. It's just what I said there. You can avoid becoming the prey in Jurassic World Escape. So that's the name, Jurassic World Escape. Pretty simple. But it says, find yourself in a secret genetics lab on Isla Nublar and use your wits to solve a serious problem. An apex predator has broken free and is headed your way. This escape room has more teeth and claws than anything you've experienced before. Choose from individual tickets or private group adventures of up to 8. So there we go. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I know people have actually already been doing it. There have been run-throughs. There's been press stuff. There's been all kinds of stuff. No invite, Universal Orlando. Hey, what's going on? I know you have my contact information. We send emails back and forth. What's going on? Where's the invite? You know what? I think they would be mad to not have specific fan groups out there. If they want to do these fan events or fan experiences, like have the hardcore fans in there. Have a group of 8. This is the $300 group here. So you could do your groups of up to 8 people. Or this is essentially your private party. And you spend $300. You get your event. And yeah, imagine that. Like they got a group of people out there. Hardcore Jurassic fans, fan sites, whatever the case is. And they see how fast can this fan, collective of people, how fast can they get through there? I would love to see that. Hopefully they do that at some point. But yeah, let's see. Is there any more details here? not too much there. Just not too many new details, but that's not what we want. But yeah, it looks awesome. I know there was a little bit more information about it. I'll try to figure out where. Let's see. See if there's any reviews or anything. I'm not sure if anybody's been allowed to review it or not. See, it's kind of hard to like search for that. And this opens, by the way, on Friday. So this will be open in a few days. You'll be able to do this. You can buy your tickets now if you want to. Like I said, they were, let's go back here, $49.99 per person, or you could do the private group, $300. With the $49.99, you're going to be doing it with random people, most likely. So yeah. I like this Back to the Future one, too. Apparently, it's set in 1993. And we see Biff Tannen and Steele Doc Brown's newest time travel device. Players must decipher clues in order to chase Biff down through time in order to stop him. That sounds fantastic as well. That sounds really awesome. Both of these, I cannot wait to do both of them. I will be paying $100 to do both of these, absolutely, on my next trip down there. Or if there's a group of us, hey, you want to do it? Let's go down there and do it. Yeah, I don't really see. Let's see. Nah, that's too early. I forget. I think there was somewhere that had mentioned like how many rooms there are. I feel like there was like a lot more than I expected. But I don't see where that information came from. It says here, the experience is about an hour. And the whole experience from like check-in to everything lasts about 90 minutes. And you got to get there about 15 minutes beforehand. So, sounds awesome. I cannot wait. Definitely looks fun. Heck yes. The lab looks awesome. Nikolai wants to go do that. How long are they going to have it? It's a good question. I mean, I could see it staying there for quite a while, but also I could definitely see them, revamping it every... I don't know about 6 months. I feel like that's too short. I feel like you got to have it there at least a year. But I could see them definitely revamping it in the future to get a Universal Monsters one in there, or a Minions one, or I don't know, E.T. or anything like Illuminations or DreamWorks, stuff like that. King Kong, like. Whatever their properties are in the parks. I don't know if they would do a Harry Potter one. The whole rights are a little weird with that. But maybe. You never know. That would be pretty cool, though, too, if they could. But I cannot wait to see this. And hopefully they keep it there for a while. Hopefully everybody kind of gets a chance to do it. But if they don't ever change it, I think they picked two properties that are pretty great. Pretty enticing. So, yeah, hopefully it's there for a little while. And man, that would be. I'm actually really excited to see like what kind of references and things that they do have throughout this experience, like stuff like you didn't say the magic word, or maybe lines or things from Jurassic World or whatever. That would be really cool to see if there are like little references like that throughout there, so you can kind of like point and laugh and then go along and try to use those references to figure out the quest a little bit easier. That would be pretty awesome. There should be lethal animatronic dinosaurs. I want to be thrilled. Lethal animatronic dinosaurs. Yeah, that does sound pretty thrilling. Not sure that's going to happen, but that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if there are those raptor statues that have made their way around the world, and they did end up in Universal Orlando at one point last year, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if those are there. They're just those static statues that have been, a few different places. Australia, London. 5 nights at Hammond's. Lethal. And I do mean lethal. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. If we get reviews or anything else coming up soon, I'll definitely pass that along. See if they have any information in here. Just mostly about checking in and stuff like that. And hey, we sent you a DM. But that does look pretty awesome. I'm very, very excited for that. Do not live in Orlando, but I might as well for the amount of time that I am down there. Jurassic Park trending. Let's take a look. What's going on? What's the latest with Jurassic Park trending? I don't know. Nothing really. You get some toast? You want some Jurassic Park toast? That seems pretty cool. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, you see me all the time? Yeah, I am there quite often. I've been there a few times this year. I have a annual pass, so I am there quite a bit. Got to get your money's worth, even though it's fairly cheap considering how much it is to get into those parks. So definitely get an annual pass, even if you're only going there once or twice or, whatever throughout a year. Even once, it kind of pays for it. So, plus you get a little bit of perks there too. So I'm getting Fortnite updates as we're going here. So I'm getting ready to head on soon. But what else is there to talk about? Is there anything else going on Jurassic these days? Do we want to talk about dinosaur names? Do y'all want to get into it? Do you want to talk about dinosaur names? I was considering talking about that if you wanted to. Seems like a hot topic right now. Named dinosaurs and things like that. I know it's been an infight recently in the community about that, and some people saying, hey, these things shouldn't be named ever. Why is that? That's dumb. And then others being like, hey, it's fine. What are we getting so freaked out about? I love naming dinosaurs. So for me personally, since I'm the one that brought it up, I guess, I'm cool with it. Hey, you want to name some dinosaurs? Go ahead. What do I care? I don't care. I actually personally think that dinosaurs with names, it makes so much sense to me. Like, it personally makes a lot of sense because I have 3 animals in my house that are named. I go to the zoo and, there's animals in there with a plaque next to the fence and it says, hey, this kangaroo's name is Joey. Very original. Or this tiger's name is Simba or something. And you're like, yeah, obviously. So I definitely, think that there's plenty of room for dinosaurs to have names. I don't really understand the uproar and why it's such a big deal. I don't really get it. I don't really understand, but to me, it feels natural. It feels right. If you're working with dinosaurs or animals all the time, if you're, I watched some documentary on like Disney Plus or whatever, and they were referring to the elephant or whatever by name, and I'm like, of course you would. You wouldn't just be like, here, elephant. Come on, I see you every day. I'm not gonna name you though. I know some people name their dogs dog and their cats cat, but like, at least that's their name. Like they named it that. But like, I feel like it would be unnatural, more unnatural to not have a name for an animal. I feel like it's unnatural to not say, this dinosaur that I work with on a day-to-day basis, Blue, Charlie, Echo, Delta, it's weird to not give them names. I think if you think about Jurassic World as a park, there's handlers for all of these dinosaurs. There's more Owens throughout this park. It's not just Owen. There's 25 Owens, maybe more, that are maybe not doing the same thing. They're not all sitting there doing this, but they're all interacting with their species that they're native to, and they are friendly with, and they're not just gonna sit there and be like, yo, Carnotaurus, eat the food, they're gonna be like, yo, Toro, hey, eat this. And they're just gonna chuck it, because that's how you do it in Jurassic World Evolution, I think, right? Isn't that the new feature where the park handler just throws like a hunk of meat down there? Hey, yo, Raptor number 7. Come on, man, open up. I don't know why his mouth, I guess. And I don't know why I sounded like Mark Wahlberg there for a second. Come on, man. Hey, yo, open up. Let's go. Come on. I got things to do. I'm busy. I want to know what you mean by a shift in perspective. I don't personally mind it either way, but I think it might involve a shift in perspective. Yeah, let me know. Expand upon that, what you mean. Because, like, I don't mind either way either. I think I'm not like, they need to be named. I'm okay if they're not. Because I think in certain situations, like, obviously there's millions, billions, however many animals in the world that don't have any names. That you're just like, here, goose. Come here, goose. Ah, you bit me with your beak. Or, like, oh, look at that cute llama over there. Or like, come here, horsey. Come here, horsey. And then you get kicked because you walked behind it. So, and then you never name it. Actually, that's incorrect. Because I went riding on a horse one time, and the horses got spooked, and I flew off the horse, and I know that horse's name is Sandy. And that was like 13 years ago. And I still know that horse's name. I haven't seen that horse in 13 years. Do horses live that long? I don't know. Hey, does anybody know? Do horses live that long? It's like the happening in here. New impression unlocked. It's like I like, however many hours I do this, I just unlock new. It's my battle pass is just different voices, and eventually, I've accumulated however many points, and therefore it's like these points actually matter, and I can unlock the Mark Wahlberg voice. So Siak expanded there and says, like in a setting where you own and raise a dinosaur, it makes sense for them to be called names versus when you are their prey. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the horse that kicked me or threw me off, like that one's named Sandy, but like it's not some random horse that I drove by that I just say, hey, horse. I don't go around calling all horses Sandy. Hey, Sandy. Now I just unlocked the John Travolta from Grease voice. Anyway, Why do I do this? But yeah, I agree that like not all dinosaurs need to have names or animals need to have names, but it makes sense when they are named. So to me, I don't feel like there's an argument to be had about having dinosaurs with names. I think if every dinosaur in Jurassic World, the movie or, the series was named, then that would be weird. That would definitely be weird if every dinosaur had a name. Maybe they do have names. And considering a lot of them are from Jurassic World, they probably do have names. But, they luckily did not sit there and say every dinosaur has a name. And even in Camp Cretaceous, where we've gotten more names, we've gotten Bumpy. We've gotten, I don't know, others. Toro, Limbo, Chaos, other one. It's other dinosaurs probably. I'm sure there's others that I can't think of, but the Gallimimus never had a name. The Brachiosaurs that stepped on them in Hidden Adventure didn't have a name. I don't think a Tarbosaurus had a name. So I'm okay with it. Siaka says, like using video games as examples, dinosaurs are more likely to be named when you are taking care of them and will not have names when they're your foes. Yeah, absolutely. And playing Jurassic World Evolution, I don't think I ever named a dinosaur once. Not once. So if they had names, the setting would feel small because it implies they're all accounted for, though the JP movies never really do that. Yeah, that's fair. But like, we also have to consider with the Jurassic Park movies, we almost never had any intimate time with these dinosaurs, where that has changed. That has drastically changed, right? The number of minutes per movie has gone up with dinosaurs. We only had a very short amount of time in Jurassic Park with dinosaurs. And the one moment where we do, it's a Triceratops and it's sick. And, we didn't get a name there, all right? We barely got Jerry Harding as a name in that sequence. But yeah, that if there was going to be one named in that movie, you'd probably name that one. But I think that's the difference is like we didn't really spend a whole lot of quality time interacting with dinosaurs, and it wasn't like, Grant picked up a baby raptor and he says, instead of saying, "You bred raptors," he says, "What's his name?" And Hammond's like, I don't know. It literally just came out of the egg a minute ago. You saw it. And he's like, yeah, but what is its name? I don't know. What do you think? And then Grant sat there and he was like, Billy. I want to name it Billy. And then you're like, okay, this is weird now. That would have been weird. Because it wasn't asked for. There was no reason to have that moment in the movie. And I do think, hey, if they did have that scene, where was somebody, I forget. What was the name of that one? Brad running. Yeah, that's what I do when I run the park, the assets. Were you talking about, somebody was talking about that on Twitter. But if that sequence in Jurassic Park, the book, was in there where they've got the baby raptor. That's what it was, right? Let's see. I'm trying to remember what did they name that thing? What was it, like Ralph or something? Like, yeah. Oh no, that was the trike, right? Yeah, she's feeding a baby trike and she named it Ralph. I can't believe I remembered Ralph. But literally in Jurassic Park, the book. In the book. I'm getting angry now. Lex is naming a baby because she's a kid, and that's what, you're more inclined to be like, hey, I'm going to name you Ralph. But as adults, we do that too. So I think it's okay. It's like, it's weird to me. I don't know. And I think it's okay. Like Camp Cretaceous took some liberties with naming things as well, and just was like, hey, let's name him Bumpy. And that's the way that Jurassic Park worked as well. And I think even what's his name? Muldoon. I think he mentioned Rexy, right? Muldoon says Rexy in the 5th iteration. He mentions Rexy in the book. So it's like, it's not like there's no precedent for this because it's literally there. But yeah, I don't know. In the evolution of Claire, briefly mentions not liking the word assets for being... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that goes to show, like, that having that line in that book or whatever the exact line was, that's literally just to show Claire's trajectory, right? That by the time we see her in Jurassic World, she's just like, assets, whatever. They're just assets. So there's been some change and growth, whether you believe it or not. That's a different story. But yeah. Anyway, what's up, Very Berry? How you doing? I'm just ranting about naming dinosaurs because it makes a lot of sense to me. Do I need them all to have silly, goofy names? No, but I think it's perfectly acceptable to have, dinosaur named Blue or Toro or whatever. I think it's perfectly acceptable. In Primeval, a character complains about naming dinosaurs, saying that it makes everyone too attached to them. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And that's the thing, like, if you are in the films, there would definitely be people that would say, no, these are dangerous creatures. We shouldn't be naming them. We don't want to name dinosaurs, do we? But, oh, no, look at you. You're out there naming it Blue. You, what does he say? You made a promise to a dinosaur? So, like, you could definitely hear Ian Malcolm out there doing, like, that kind of speech about naming dinosaurs, because it's just like, why would you want to get attached to these killers? I don't go around naming killers that are in prison. I don't give them credence, do I? I could see him going off on it. But yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, he did say that. He said, "Oh, you gave it a name." I forgot. Yeah, so it makes sense to me. It literally makes sense. Wu seems to think the name is cute. Oh yeah, that's right, because he did say, "Oh yeah, you called it Beta, right?" Like that. I remember him saying something like that. That is true. Yeah, that's funny. Like, it literally, the argument has proof, I think, that it's okay within the franchise, and whether you like it or not is one thing, but it's literally baked into the first iteration of any Jurassic into the book. It's in the book. So I think it's okay when you're talking about it. Like, it makes sense in the natural world that we as humans live in to name things. And then it's literally in the first incarnation of Jurassic Park from Michael Crichton. So it's not that absurd to say, hey, this makes sense. And Very Berry says, the only dinosaur I don't like the name of is that people want to call the JP3 male velociraptors. They're going to start calling them Quilliam, which is a weird name. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, it's a weird one. It's definitely weird. I think I talked about that on some episode or some live stream or whatever, that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be referring to it as Quilliam, but at this point, I'm like, go ahead. I don't care. Like, what does it matter to me? It won't be Quilliam to me, but if you want to call it Quilliam, or Very Berry does not want to, but if others want to, go ahead. I don't care. What do I care? Like, it doesn't make any sense to, like, gatekeep y'all and just say, like, no, we can't do this. because I think it should be this one way. Now, do I think it should be named? Yeah, of course. But if you don't want to do that, whatever, man. Like, that's fine. But I just think that, like, it's silly to argue against naming them because it makes sense to me, and it makes sense from the actual multiple canons of Jurassic. I think the Quilliam example is only contentious because it's unclear in the movie if there's any specific JP3 male raptors aside from the spotted one. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyway. Sorry, I'm just running through the comments here. Oh, okay. Yeah. If there is a specific Quilliam, you'll never know. You'll never know because they're all the same. The Quilliam crew. They're just like the Quilliams. The Quilliams. That works fine because, like, a horse is a horse. Of course. It's just a horse to me. You know? Not all of them are Sandy. But there are a lot of horses out there that I will just call horse. Come here, dog. Come here, puppy. A dog, I just pretty much call it puppy all the time. And they're not all named puppy. And they're not all named dog or horse. But they can all be Quilliams. You know, there's been a lot of use of these different raptor names. I'm sorry, not raptor names, but like titles or like where they're found, like the Highland or Lowland raptors and stuff. And I'm like, whatever. Like that doesn't, I don't know. Like, I think that just came from like Outpost or something. I don't really know. Or the, I guess the viral stuff or whatever. But like, to me, they're just the raptors from the movies. Like, the male or female raptors from those movies, and I'm like, that's what they are. Like, we have no inkling of whether they are this type or that type or whatever, but if you want to call them all Quilliams, whatever, man, I don't care. I was going to use the Dilo that killed Nedry as an example, but that is the only Dilo to appear in flesh for 5 movies. Is it? You know, I've had that debate on the show before of like that Dilophosaurus that you see is magical somehow because it was in one place, Nedry falls, and it's inside the vehicle. How did that happen? So there's maybe there's a magical second one that is just exactly the same, but we have no. There's no reason to believe that other than just like, hey, this is kind of magical how it happened so fast. But yeah. Life finds a way into the car. But I think that does it for us tonight. That about wraps it up here, I think. Yeah, that was fun. Great movie escape, dinosaurs with names, all kinds of other random topics that we touched on tonight. It's been fun. Now, next week we will be again wrapping up that charity drive. So if you have not donated, please donate to the charity drive. Donate to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. You can do that on the side of the video or down below, wherever it is on your media player. Thank you so much for watching this and all the other videos and podcasts and stuff. Somebody had actually asked a question. I might have skipped over it by mistake. Where was it? Scrolling. Where was it? I remember seeing it at some point, but I guess I got distracted. All right, let me just search for it. When do y'all put your Apple Podcasts out? I'm assuming, like, when do we put them out? Every other week. I know it's been a little random recently. We've had episodes out, 2 weeks in a row or 3 weeks in a row or however much, and then we skip a week and then we skip another week maybe, but it's been weird recently. But once the new year kind of kicks back in, we'll get back on the schedule a little bit better. But it's been wild, and there's been some bonus episodes and different things, so it's kind of thrown us off a little bit. But there will be a new episode. There was one last week, so you had one last week, and there will be another one this week. This coming week, we have the Jurassic mailbag coming, and then you will get a Christmas special right before Christmas sometime, so keep your eyes peeled for that one as well. And I think that's probably it for the year. I don't know if there's anything after the Christmas special. Give me 1 second, I'll take a look. But we do have some good stuff coming up in the new year as well. Got to check out the schedule. But I am excited for the Christmas episode. As always, we do produce a really fun holiday-themed episode for y'all with Jurassic music, like newly created holiday-themed Jurassic music. You won't want to miss it. If you have missed them before, go back, listen to the Christmas episodes. They're really, really fun. Travis Stevens produced some really great songs that you know from Christmas time and changes the lyrics. He does like a Weird Al and everything, changes the lyrics and makes them all Jurassic-centric. So we do that every year. But let's see, what else do we have for the rest of this year? We got the mailbag coming up, and we've got the Christmas special. That's it. And then we kick off the new year with the Jurassic Wire. We got more Dinosaur in the new year. The Evolution of Claire book club. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up, I think, in 2023, whenever that is. But yeah, that's about it. That's all we got for you guys. Compies ate the bod action. Yes, that is one of my favorite things, and I can't stop thinking about it. I love that song so much, and every time Christmas rolls around, I'm thinking about Compies ate the bod. Steven listens at work. Definitely listen at work. Leave us reviews. If you have all of you have not left reviews on Apple Podcasts, please go do that. And go back, listen to older stuff if you want. I guess you can. Or check out other podcasts that I do. I'm on a bunch of different stuff. Grim Grinning Hosts is the most up-to-date one, so definitely go check out that one. You can find that anywhere podcasts are found. Just type in Grim Grinning Hosts, and we talk about theme parks. We talk about movies, TV, any pop culture, random stuff, but mostly theme parks. So definitely go check out that episode, that show. But you can find us over on JurassicParkPodcast.com. You can find all my links over there as well. But we are on Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod. For some reason, we're not on Instagram. My Instagram's gone. It got taken down for some reason. The podcast Instagram is gone. It disappeared. It was suspended for some reason, and I have no idea why. I just logged in here, and now I'm getting a big white screen. But I noticed this morning that the Instagram was suspended, and I have no idea why. So that was interesting to see this morning. We just posted about dinosaurs and podcast stuff. Nothing offensive or anything like that, so I don't understand why it was taken down. Maybe it was hacked at some point last night, because I posted last night at around 11:30 to midnight, somewhere in that range, on the podcast one. And then I checked it this morning after I woke up, and it was gone. So somewhere in those few hours, it just completely disappeared. But no worries. It is what it is. And if it's gone forever, oh well. Thank you for all 12,000 of you that subscribed over on Instagram. Really appreciate you. But I have no idea what happened there. Yeah, now I'm just getting this white screen. And I have other accounts. So I don't even know how to get to those. All right. I don't know. We'll figure that out some other time. So anyway, we're not really on Instagram at the moment. And don't care about Facebook, so don't go there. Don't ever. Also, we are on TikTok, so you can check us out there. We usually post our TikToks over on Instagram, but that's not happening right now. I guess our post about Christmas ornaments was probably too intense for Instagram. Or the picture of my computer screen while I was recording was probably a little bit too much for Instagram. But definitely listen to the podcast anywhere it can be found. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible. Please subscribe here on YouTube as well. I am at Brad Jost on Twitter. You can find me there. Tried to sign up for Hive, a little while back, and I don't know what's going on with that app, but maybe we're not over there. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely should just scribble out the Facebook logo, but it's actually more fun to tell everybody to not ever go there. So I enjoy doing that. I enjoy that way more than actually going to Facebook, which I really don't do. It's like weeks in between when I actually remember that there is a Facebook app, and I'm like, oh yeah, forgot this is on my phone. And then I check my notifications, and it's like out of control for some reason. And there's like so many notifications, and I don't understand it. But yeah, I should put a little scribble on it. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Stay safe out there. Be kind to everybody. And as always, enjoy. I'm out of here. See you later.